What up guys, Joachim here, and in this video we are going to look at how to make bilingual texts for those of you that are learning different languages. And this is a very good way to do this. I'm going to show you how I do it, and kind of a very simple kind of thing that you can do that is very helpful. So I've been reading through the lectionary in the Bible. The Orthodox Church has a lectionary, so there's readings that happen every day of the year, and I am reading it in modern Greek. I also read it in biblical Greek, but I kind of treat them a little bit differently. So this is just going to be like a modern language. I'm just using this as an example. You could really do this with any story, anything that you want. So what I have done is, you can see this is Friday. Today's Saturday, but this is from yesterday. So I copy this. I just highlight and copy this entire thing. And then I am going to go over here to Google Docs, where I have made tables. Now you can make columns on Google Docs, but the problem with that is that when it gets to the end of the page, it will scroll up to the next page, and you don't want that. You want it to be tables. I'm not sure, I should have looked. I didn't see if there's a way to make tables in Google Docs. Let's just kind of do it with an experiment real quick. We'll just make one while we're here. I'm going to make a test. I'm going to create that, and we are going to add tables. So yeah, you can add tables. It asks columns. We want columns, and we want it to be 2 columns. So this is different than making like a column of a table. So this is not what I wanted. Okay, let's undo that. So we're going to try that one more time, and we're going to make tables, and I've somehow clicked image instead. We are going to make a table. So we want 2 columns, and we want 0 rows. Why does it? Well, I guess you have to have 1 row. Okay, so you want it set up just like that, just like I did. So 2 columns, left, right, and if I wanted to include like the biblical text of the Bible, then that would be a 3rd column that I could add in, and maybe that's a good idea to do, but for the sake of this video, we're not going to worry about that. So I just copied my native language, which is English, and I'm going to put that over on the right side. So I'm going to paste it in there, boom. Oh, I apparently copied the Greek. Let's undo that. Okay, so we copied the Greek. Okay, so the way that I do that though, so let's say I didn't do that. Let's go back and we're going to redo this again. I'm going to copy this page, and so we're copying our text, and we're going to go over here to Google Docs. This is why it was actually already like that. So we're going to go up to English. That's the language that we want. We could put it into any language, and maybe for the sake of this video, I'll do Spanish instead, so that this is free. Google Docs, of course, is a free app, and let's put it in Spanish. So we're going to see what it's like in Spanish. All right, so I'm going to have both texts here, and you can see at the bottom is the Spanish. The top part is the English, but we don't really want that. We want it to be left, right. We want to be able to see both texts easily. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to paste our native language, or my native language anyways, on the right, and we have this part over here on the right, and then we're going to copy the Spanish, which is here, and we're going to put that on the left, and it's going to go just in this column, and we're going to paste that side. So now you have a right-left thing. What I do also after this is that I will go through. Now, I don't do this in the app because it's kind of a pain in the butt to make edits to documents like this in the app. It would take too long, but you can do it. It just is going to take a lot longer. And I actually go down and make sure that they line up. One thing I like about the Bible in particular for this exercise is that you have the verses there, and it makes it very easy to line up these texts. So you can see 5 is over here, 5 is over here. So we have Acts of the Apostles 15, and we have Hijos de los Apóstolos. I don't remember the word for 15 in Spanish, but sin embargo and we have however. So that must be how you say however in Spanish. I haven't studied Spanish in a long time. I don't remember a lot of these words. So some believers from the sect of the Pharisees, algunos creyentes de la secta de los fariseos se levantaron dijeron, arose and said, levantaron y dijeron. Okay, so I'm doing Spanish now. That's how I would go about learning this. Occasionally, I would probably pick some of these phrases to go in, but I would just go down and kind of get used to reading in both languages and figuring out how to do that. So that's kind of how I do it in Greek. I've already made one in Greek. I'm going to delete that little test thing we just made because I'm not learning Spanish right now, but if I did, that would be a great one to have. So I've already made one here, and you can see I already went through in the document. I was on a computer for this part. So I made this all in my phone initially, but then I went to the computer to put these spaces in so that they line up, because I didn't really want to do that on my phone. Like I mentioned before, that's kind of a pain to go back and do that way. So you can see, like, I'm going to turn my phone. Oh, I forgot. Like, maybe you can see it, but I think when I turn my phone like this in the video, like, it actually doesn't turn correctly. So I'm seeing it correctly right now because I'm holding my phone sideways, but I would want it to fit like this if I were just sitting reading, but I'm going to turn it back upright. I can't get it to all fit on the screen if it's upright like that. Maybe I should have filmed this video with my phone in the horizontal direction. That probably would have made more sense, but you can see kind of the same thing. Praxis ton apostelon decapinte in Acts of the Apostles 15. Ostoso, however, meriki pisti apotin arisi ton pharisaion im phenistikon ke ipan. They arose and said, ine apparetito natus paritomi ke natus diataxume na tirasun na nomo tu Moisi. For the law of Moses, it is necessary to circumcise them and to command them to keep the law of Moses. Okay, so, and of course, if you know this passage, they go on, the apostles end up deciding that no, the Gentiles who are turning to God, we should not trouble them more than is necessary, and they give them a few laws. But that's not really what this video is about. But that is kind of how I make these texts, and that's kind of an easy, quick, simple way to make bilingual texts that you guys can read and study languages with. So I hope you've enjoyed that idea. Hopefully, if you try it and give it a shot, let me know how it works out, and I will talk to you guys in another video.